Hello, board members. How are we doing this fine Sunday afternoon? Well, I hope. As it's Puzzle Sunday, we are returning to, and potentially finishing, depending on how it goes, Contradiction, Spot the Liar, or, as it is also known apparently for some strange reason, Contradiction, the all-video murder mystery adventure, because it's could be both of those things, depending on where you look for it, I guess. I don't know why, it just could be. I don't know. But last week we made quite a bit of progress with this in the form of we investigated the previous cult before the current cult, which was started by the current cult's uh, uh, leader, I guess. We also actively investigated some interesting relationship stuff going on in the town in the form of apparently the victim of the murder was apparently very flirtatious with everybody. It turns out the cult leader's dad, who helped him start the cults, both of them, was flirting with her at one point or something. It's gotten a little strange. I can't lie. It's gotten a little weird. It's gotten a little strange. But let's see what's next, shall we? 10 p.m. Okay. Is that where we left off? I thought we were further in past just like the base start of 10 p.m. Oh yeah, we found the mirror room by being invited to go upstairs and check to make sure that the painkillers that weren't supposed to be there were actually in a well-sealed room, and we ended up hacking our way into the Atlas mirror room, which had some weird stuff going on. Simon's stolen laptop, I think, was lightly mentioned. We haven't really gotten too far with that. Ryan's arthritis is why he uses painkillers, but no one knows he has arthritis except him and his wife, I guess. And then Rebecca's prescriptions are actually Ryan's arthritis prescriptions, I guess. That covers, I think, the biggest parts of the stuff we kind of went over last week. But welcome, Ice Mud and Elk. How are you doing? It looks like you're having a hard time. Puzzles, yes. I have a fever now, which I blame entirely on lack of puzzles. The puzzles have begun. Puzzles, Angry Horse, Angry Crow, or Angry Kilby Raven. PS1 Hagrid, and a bunch of random nonsense. I swear Mud and Elk is having a very hard time. I'm not healthy, and I feel it shows. Well, I'm sorry you're having a hard time with things. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you start feeling better sooner rather than later. Do you know what it is? Is it just like the flu? Do you got the Rona? What's the situation like over there? Alright, so I think with the Atlas Mirror Room, I don't think we've really talked to too many people about that yet. Simon's laptop for college work, bought a new laptop for both of them. Laptop taken from a storeroom. Storeroom isn't particularly secure. Advises students to keep valuables with them. Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth about how secure this room was. From incredibly secure to actually don't bother using it, it's not secure at all. Dr. Mochi has been keeping an eye on me. Partner brought back much chocolate from his travels. That's good. Flu, but Phil's Rona adjacent. Definitely temperature coming on. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I mean, keep your fluids up. We went over a long list of things to try to help with the colds on what, Thursday? All right, so we have this mirror room that we don't know anything about. Very few people seem to know what's going on with this. We can keep asking around. I don't think we talked to a ton of people about it. We did cover quite a bit with the arthritis thing, I think. Most people don't know about this. It belonged to Rebecca. Rebecca keeps the cupboard locked. Ryan suffers from arthritis. Chemist gives them to too many. Chemist is a friend of the family. Okay. I want to go talk to James, I think it is. Unless something's changed over here. No, okay. We'll talk to James and see if James has anything to say about this mirror room. Or maybe the stolen laptop, since he's friends with Simon. Really? Okay. I think James doesn't know anything. Okay, he doesn't actually know anything about any of this. IT consultant repaired his laptop. Doesn't think the consultant lives locally. Okay, never mind.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I thought I could get something on him about the laptop or the mirror room, even if it was just, yeah, that's how they mind control you or something. But no. While we're here, we'll just double check the greenhouse and then the other greenhouse, which I think they're calling a shed, but greenhouse. What do they call this other thing? Oh, it's the larger greenhouse. Okay, it was literally just a different greenhouse. And okay, nothing's changed in here. I was wondering, it was really throwing me off, the why everything was blue. And then I realized I would like a greenhouse. I mean, aren't you working on getting a home? Because I think you had mentioned that you were looking at picking up an actual domicile instead of renting, right? So I mean, then you can actually have yourself a nice little greenhouse. Or I mean, if you're desperate. Yes, first a proper house, then a greenhouse. Right. If you're desperate, though, they do sell those, like, kind of build-your-own greenhouses, where it's more of, like a see-through tent. Get a glass man? What? Glass man? Tin man? No. Drinking from a 2-liter bottle like a savage? Oh, you mean get a glass? No. I don't want to bring a glass to the office and then forget it and leave it here, and then it turns into a thing, and then someone puts it in their like in their drawer, and then I have to like ask about it. It's a whole thing. I just bring the 2-liter in, and I just drink from the 2-liter, which is currently invisible because of how the universe works. All right. All right, Rebecca. Let's talk to Rebecca about stuff. Actually, we have to check the restaurant just in case. Nope. Nothing has come up in this restaurant yet except for the prescription, the prescriptions under the desk or whatever.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, you know anything about this? Okay, we do. We can ask about that. And then Jenkins about... And Jenks, okay. And I already talked about this. Okay, do you know anything about this?
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Okay, doesn't know anything about it. All right.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I understand why they're doing it this way, where it's just like oh, there's actually people moving around in there. That's different. Where it's just, you know, the bar is empty and you're just talking to her. But it would be much funnier to me is if you turned into a whole skit and murderous eyes. Yeah, she's doing a little bit of a weird thing with her eyes. I think it's kind of, but I think it's just like acting. Emma does sort of a similar thing, but hers are always kind of wet, like she's about to cry or something. It's a little odd.
A couple more questions.
I think it's just acting. You know anything about this?
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
I heard about the mirror room. Thinks mirror room used later in the course. Okay. Yeah, but her eyes are always just a little, like, doughy or, like... Or what's the other term? Dewy. A little dewy, like she's about to cry or something. It's a little strange.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Okay. Alright. You know anything about this room?
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then, when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
But you don't know the combination?
No.
Okay, we know that's a lie. Ika, welcome. How you doing? And Bonk. Alright, because we know that's a contradiction because... I believe on the back of one of these... Evil... I love that it's just... I'm pretty sure this is literally just painted over the top of a generic photo of a car. That's a very fancy car, by the way. On the back of one of these, I think it's on the back of this. Wrote his pin on the back of the card. Yeah, this is a contradiction with... Didn't know the combination? Ah, there it is. All right.
So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except... you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morphine.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, well that was quick. Okay.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Uh-huh. Was having a post-session chat with the D&D party about potential other timelines and stuff. Interesting, okay. Maybe it's also his bank pin? I mean, it could be, but he confessed, and I mean, it would be a hilarious coincidence. Or he's an idiot, and he used the same number for his bank pin as he used to get into the security room. I feel like morphine isn't the sort of thing you're meant to push yourself to do. Skydive? Get that promotion? No, morphine. Well, the point is that they're pushing themselves to do something that they normally wouldn't do. That also kind of breaks the law. So abusing morphine, however you would do that, I guess, just to feel good, sort of makes sense in the limits of what they're trying to do, where it's convenient but also against the law and something they normally wouldn't do. So it's a little strange. Don't get me wrong. Silly stuff like an NPC guard we dubbed Phil being the last alive in a tough fight we had, becoming a high-level character and saving the land. Oh, okay, I got you. Gotcha. Oh, that does remind me. I'm missing some notes. I was going back over all my notes and stuff, and I have the XP, but for some strange reason, I don't have any of the information for the bar fight. Like, I can't find any. I had a bunch of stuff written down, like those two people you talked to. For some reason, there's just a skip where it's like, this happened, here's the XP from the fight you had, and then it goes on to the next thing, and I don't know what happened to any of that, like, info for those characters. We got loads of XP from that level 7 stat. No, I have the XP written down. I don't have, like, the characters. There was at least, like, 2 people you talked to. There was a 3rd person you interacted with. I don't know if you got a name from her. There was stuff that happened in the bar. I have no notes about that for some reason. I don't know where it went. I couldn't find it. I'm like looking through 2 different things. I couldn't find it anywhere. All right, so I guess we got to confront Ryan about. Also, I like how much bluer it's gotten, by the way. He gave us items. I can rewind time and Igor can read minds now. Why would Igor be able to read minds? Because shut up, that's why. Because shut up, Ika, that's why. Don't question it. But I do love how much bluer it's gotten. They are doing such a hilarious job of blue filter nights here. Day for night shooting. Don't ask questions, just read minds. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Well, there's James. Buying... or... Is that the guy who was drinking? Uh-huh. Well, I'm happy I came down here. Alright. So what do I... is that a note, or... the man is selling boxes? That would be kind of hilarious. Oh, they actually changed this, too. It looks like they turned the light on inside of the house.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Okay, so...
Okay, that's it.
apparently that wasn't a note I needed to contact him about. Tess's chin... wait, what? Tess's chin looks like handsome Squidward's chin. Sandpaper's favorite color is black, and she has a raven tattoo on her back on her right shoulder. Met Ragdag a few days ago. Igor met her 2 months ago. Igor works at camp number 7 and visits the city on occasion. Even though he hates the sea, he comes here because he likes Sandpaper Samantha. Ragtag was a thief. We beat him up and his gang up and had the guards arrest him. That's all I have on my notes for that. Forgot how handsome her chin is? Yeah. Okay, I had those same notes about you two getting to know each other for the purposes of the cover that you've been dating. But yeah, like you met the one, the was it a couple? I think Tess was talking to the couple who were really into the idea of her being able to turn into animals. And then there was like the one nice bartender who went and kept getting you guys snacks, even though technically she wasn't supposed to. And then I think the only other person you interacted with, but I don't know if you ever got a name from her, was the dancer lady. Also, I do specifically remember Igor meeting someone post-fight. Probably, but they had handwritten and downstairs. That's fair. Don't bother getting up. You're still very ill. Where are these boxes? I remember Igor netting someone post-fight. Netting someone post-fight. The only thing I can think of is maybe you netted Ragdag so they didn't escape. That water is really moving. Yeah, there's a high wind. Ah, there's the boxes. Okay, wait. Tell your illness to get it for you. Tell your illness. Yeah, this water is very wiggly for some reason, but I think it's because it's so windy. Like, everywhere they've gone in town, you can see the trees really, like, whipping back and forth, and the water on the lake was, or the pond, was quite agitated, too. I think it's just very windy. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. Alright, what are in these boxes? What is the next secret reveal going to be? Clark's. It's full
So
of...
James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Those are poppy pods. Oh. Okay. So he's... Is he just making the heroin? Like, what? Wait, what? That's kind of a big leap from maybe growing weed and growing a little bit of legal salvia to heroin? Poppy, opiates? Nice. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a huge jump from... That's a huge jump from weed and legal salvia to heroin. Like, wait, what?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Hi, bud. Guess what? Box of poppy pods was found in the greenhouse at the farm, delivered by an unknown man.
What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Decoration.
Decoration?
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that.
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look. No particular reason.
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
Well, you know, gardening is a gateway hobby to heroin. Apparently, this guy's just, let's do a little opium, let's refine that into some heroin, it's fine. Also, we were adding up XP for the party. We're almost at level 6. Oh, you're talking about in your other D&D campaign. Okay. I was about to say, wait. In my campaign, yeah, I guess you're 5, right? Yeah. Yes, yeah. E. Okay. Yeah, I haven't calculated the XP recently, but you guys should be probably over halfway, I think, to 6 now. So if I successfully sucker punch Igor, can I level up before? No, that's not how it works. Okay, let's see. Poppy pods used for decoration. Weird. Selling the pods to pensioners. I had to think about that word for a second. We very rarely do you hear anyone in the States call elderly people pensioners. Never extracted opium from the pods. Pods from a friend who didn't want them. Okay. Didn't he mention something? He mentioned something. Let's see. Use this for meditation. Does it grow any other drugs? Zavia and Liam. Third Eye were a local cult and slave traders. Claims Third Eye killed Liam. Never went to a Third Eye meeting. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Liam's death. Liam's year, but on different green plant science. Liam, after he killed himself, met Liam. Which, in and of himself, I think is kind of a contradiction. So, common word here? Oh, okay. Around here, we would probably call them retirees instead of pensioners, but I guess the concept is the same. I can't remember the last time he saw Kate. Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend. Didn't socialize with her. Didn't know about Simon's bike. I saw Simon about a month ago. Wait, did we have anything to say to him about the cars? His guilt. He's had to visit the farm a few times. Says Lisa thought the devil was after her. Opium pods used for decoration. Selling the pods to pensioners. Never extracted opium from the pods. Pods from a friend who didn't want them. Where is the... Scrying mirrors. Mirrors just one way of scrying. Scrying practice for various reasons. Only makes the mirrors for others. Sells the mirrors but doesn't make a profit. Is that a contradiction? Or is that just... No, okay. It was kind of a reach, but I wasn't sure. It could have potentially meant something.
Thank you.
Let's go talk to some other people about it and see what they have to say. Wow. This day for night blue filter thing is hilarious. It's just so bad. Like, it kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. Let's see. Oh, no, I have to go through the front to talk to the dad, right? Yeah. I can't believe it took me as long as it did to realize what was going on. I'm like, why is it so
Just a few
blue?
more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, we didn't talk to you about much, did we? Alright, what do you know about this?
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system at twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Not happy about the theft. Has since installed a CCTV system. No thefts have happened since. Wasn't that a lie? Prescriptions. Simon's stolen laptop. I know they've talked about... I guess he might not have mentioned it. It's just something occult. Does it kind of handle the course, raise the course entrance to 21. Have their own IT guy. Oh. I believe Ryan has arthritis. Ryan had a low pain threshold. Ryan pulled his back last year. GP keeps prescribing medication. Okay.
Can you tell me
Yeah,
about the
basically.
room with the
Just
mirrors
yells it at you.
Atlas? The one with the combination lock.
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how is the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
Absolutely combative for no reason. Nobody allowed you to know the combination code. Mirror room used for meditation. CD and mirror room used on the course. I don't remember exactly what was on the CD, but I remember it being a little weird. Mirror used for meditation. Okay, do you know anything about poppy pods?
What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pot?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Okay. Never seen anyone selling or buying poppy pods. Okay. Makes it simple. I mean, they could have just as easily put, probably wouldn't know anything about this on there, but alright. Happy about the theft. No. This application. Vandalized car. Didn't encourage Emma to criticize Liam's birthmark. Didn't expect Emma to discuss Liam's birthmark. Once tried to date Emma. Those clear visits at strange times. Paul's cleaner was the mugger. Made the DVD on the night of Liam's death. Committed a fake theft, which he videotaped. All the students enjoyed the stunt. Didn't steal from Liam that night. There's not using the course anymore. Oh, auto-hypnosis is not used on the course anymore, but that could be a contradiction. Not possible to force students to be hypnotized. Lisa believed Atlas were devil worshippers. Caitlin or Paul didn't try to date Kate. Wait, what? Isn't that a direct contradiction to the thing I was... Oh, Kate, not Emma. Kate. Wait. Hold on. Where did I just see that? Okay, yeah. Paul insisted that he didn't try to date Kate Vine. Well, meant he once tried to date Emma. Okay, so that is different. What about the... Atlas Liam's death was unavoidable, which is odd. Face designed a consumer course objective to free students from their pasts. What was I looking at? And tar. Oh, here we go. Auto-hypnosis is not used anymore, but that's not a contradiction. Okay. Interesting. Their own IT guy. If they have their own IT guy, then how did he know? Okay. Maybe it's... Nope. Alright. Atlas car. I used to believe Atlas was devil worshippers. Kate Vine flirted with Paul. Tried to date Kate. Suspected Kate of trying to play him. Sylvia hasn't heard of it. Has no interest in taking drugs. The leaves, guarding not his thing. Rebecca would know about the leaves. So, student's idea. Atlas encourages ideas over morality. Reluctantly abides by the laws. Bright, confident, outgoing. Knew Liam had a personal problems. Was at Atlas the night Liam died. Didn't see Liam on the course. We've been drinking all night at the seminar. Which I thought I think we contradicted that one already. Seen the mask before. Things honor costumes. No. Cajun is a symbol. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that's immediately jumping out to me.
Later.
The only downside to playing this only once a week is you lose some of the finer details. I like that they put the little glow effect over the light sources. The only problem with this is it very much reminds me of some of the point-and-click stuff that we've played as a group on here. The Searchums use that kind of effect all the time, and despite it looking kind of silly. Nothing in the pub restaurant. I bet the detective is on Atlas course, and this thing he is doing to push himself is impersonating an inspector. I think they would realize that pretty quickly.
Ask about a few more things, please.
I feel like they would recognize that pretty quickly. You know anything about poppy pods?
What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
False. Never seen anyone selling or buying pods. Okay, that's... Hold on. Let's see, Kate. Kate was very drunk. Doesn't know if they lost the license. Haven't seen the license before. Didn't know Simon had home brews. There was a thing in here about how she always keeps track. I probably wouldn't know. Heard about the argument window, taped over the broken window to make it safer. About barring clients. Really? Okay. You're not... Okay. Fair enough, I guess. I thought for sure that was going to have something to do with something, but I guess not. Right, this... Okay.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Alright. Well, move on to the next area. Yeah, see how much, like, the flag is blowing and the... I don't know what this is, but this little bush is blowing in the wind. The trees are pretty still, though. Nothing going on at town hall. I think I'm gonna walk out into the woods a little bit and see what's happening. So blue. So unbelievably blue. Okay, the teleporting duck is still there and these two people are still there. Alright, we're good. Things haven't changed too much yet. Ah, here we go.
Just keep pushing.
What?
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Well, he's
Keep
new.
pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom.
Did
if
he
you want
just
to.
mouth what the F?
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go
What?
away.
No, you need
What
stitches,
is
bud.
this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out. Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not
No,
a good
what?
idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
Scooby-Doo vibes? A little bit. Oh, someone forgot their keys. Wow, not only did they forget their keys,
Well,
they
well.
separated.
You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
What is... I don't know what that is.
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Oh, okay, it is just a key fob. Alright. T12, welcome. Someone in labor? Kind of. They were pushing something out of, like, into a thing. It's a little, it's like reverse labor. Maybe don't approach the madman. Body cams are important, it's true. So, what is this? A car key fob was found in the woods, dropped by Kyle. Okay, I mean, we've only seen one car that can go to. T12, you missed a man skewering his hand. Yeah, T12, you just missed... Tom, I think is what they said his name was. Pushing a metal rod through his own hand as a form of pain test. And see how much he could handle. I mean, we've only seen one car, so I'm assuming it's got to be used for this. Okay. What is this implying? I was about to ask, wait, why is the steering wheel on the wrong side? But it's a European car. Oh.
Bingo.
Kate Vine, 500
Well, Ryan,
pounds only.
What have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Why did Kyle have the keys to his car? That's odd. I guess it works, so how he handled it? How did he handle it? He walked up and asked what was going on, and the guy's kind of like got angry at him and told him to go away or they'll make him go away. And then they're like, no, calm down. We'll leave. Because apparently they didn't think about the fact that they were threatening a police officer, but whatever. It's a proper car. You're in an alternate world called Britain, Seltier. Also, why did you rob him? Well, we're trying to find evidence that he had something to do with Kate's death. So finding a $500 check written out to her is a little suspicious considering she died like a couple days ago. Also, the blood on that, the blood on the rod going through the guy's hand that was good stuff. It didn't even look red. It looked like it was orange, like it was some sort of like oil or something. It's not the first time he's robbed someone. It's true. We've stolen a lot of stuff from people. Let's see. The keychain, I think, was technically we kept, even though we know who it belongs to. We stole the flashlight, aka the red torch, which sounds like something out of, I believe is actually an honest-to-God item from one of the Legend of Zelda modules. The remote control lock is another stolen item. The packet of dried leaves we actively stole from somebody. The cardboard mask was stolen out of someone's garage. The screwdriver we actively stole. So there's like 6 things on us that we've actively stolen from somebody. Yeah, the screwdriver we stole. There's a few things on here that are actively taken from people. Alright, so I'm gonna key fob in the woods dropped by Kyle. An envelope containing a check for $500 intended for Kate was found in Ryan's car. That must be the blackmail money? Because we know she was trying to blackmail Emma for her affair with Ryan. So yeah, it's got to be the blackmail money. We've established that this character is not above petty theft. No, not at all. He is 100% willing to just rob people. 100%. He has no problem just stealing things he thinks are useful to him. All right, let's talk to them about
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
the poppy seeds and stuff. Would make Sherlock proud. I mean, it depends on which form. I mean, if you're talking about traditional Sherlock, probably he wasn't as over the top as a lot of the representations of him are. I mean, he's a little bit more over the top the later stuff, but the early stuff, I don't think he's as bad, if I remember correctly.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Doesn't know anything about poppy pods. I mean, wouldn't know about the money. She might. She knows about that Emma was trying to blackmail Ryan and them about her affair. So, she might know about that.
Be back later on.
Poppy seed bagels? No. It's literally poppy pods, like the pods that the poppy seeds come out of. Okay, you know anything about this?
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
But I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so.
Interesting. Wait, how did you... Wait. Maximum poppy seed bagels, yeah. Wait. Doesn't... Wait. Hold on. Is morphine a derivative? It is, isn't it? Room. He and Kate took morphine. Isn't this... Okay, yes. Okay, that's a direct...
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean, test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me, and the other person's the...
Victim?
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
I mean, could have been. Probably not, though. I missed the moment when we switched from pot to opium. Yeah, there was a little cutscene where James, the guy who's in the house in front of the... sitting by the fire, he, like, very nervously comes out of his house and meets up with a guy with boxes. And we found opium poppy pods in the boxes and confronted him about it. Go on, pull your medical knowledge. I did, and I was correct. 'Tis a slippery slope. It really is. I made a joke about that, too. How do Atlas make money? I'm assuming you have to pay to join the Atlas program. That's what I'm assuming. It's like how most self-help groups work, or like... It's not technically a cult because people are just joining. You have to pay to join the program, but the rest of it's run like a cult. Because with a lot of the learning, well, self-help programs and business acumen courses and stuff, you pay an upfront fee or like a monthly fee to be in the program. Someone know about the money? Atlas Prime. Okay. So that's what we got from that. All right. I swear I'm not a cult. Yeah.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I mean, it's the second cult started by this guy. I can't even say it's just a self-help scam either, because he's having them do really dangerous stuff and like hitting on his clientele. Like, it's beyond just a scam self-help class to a cult problem now. If you've got people actively shoving rods through parts of their body in an attempt to like appease you, or like or dousing people with morphine, you've moved from just a self-help program into a full-on cult. Would a not elk cult be? A D&D group with me as a participant? What?
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
Uh-huh. Knows about prime candidates. Didn't think Simon was prime candidate. Believes morals are incompatible with Atlas. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Was prime candidate. She mentioned something about that earlier. Usual self. Mike belongs to Simon's cousin. Simon uses the bike. It's homebrewed. Freedom necklace. Atlas advertising poster. As seminar with Simon was once it had been a similar course before. Taint argument. There's a thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah. I don't know if this is a contradiction, but we'll check it just in case. Okay. No? I guess we're good. Alright, no, I guess we're fine. Alright. Participant. Prime candidates are an elite group of transformers. I could kind of see that.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Okay. So you don't want to talk about the hand thing. But... No, don't... Gosh darn 180-degree rule. It's simple. Follow it, please. It's so simple. Just follow it. Okay, doesn't look like anything changed in here. Alright, let's talk to her, see if any of this got added. Check the restaurant just in case. Nothing. Just trespassing all over? Yeah. For real.
More questions, please.
Okay, you know anything about prime
Do you
candidates?
know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas. It's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But?
Mostly they aren't up to it.
And what happens then?
They get sacked.
Prime candidates are the best students. Prime candidates get a guaranteed job with good salary. Most students are up to the job. Failed prime candidates get sacked. Are they setting up, like... Is sacked actually a code phrase for, like, sacrificed?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Probably. Okay, would James know... I don't think James would have anything to do with either of these, but... We'll go check with him just in case. Just in case. That's a common phrase for fired, so I doubt it. No, I mean, I know that. That's a thing in the US too, that if you're sacked, that just means you got fired, but... The way they're saying it, I don't know if it's just because they're trying to be vague on purpose, or if it's meant to have like a sinister undertone, but it feels more sinister than just being fired from a job. Yeah, he doesn't know anything about either of these.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
The way they're describing it is just very sinister. I'm wondering if they're like foreshadowing that sacked is actually much worse than it sounds.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Let's see. Do you know anything about this?
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime
The
candidate?
peaches?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students.
What?
They get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
Oh. Well, there you go. That also explains where they get their money from. Put them in a potato sack. Arrest that man for being dodgy. Have you not noticed how incredibly suspicious that guy is? I have been claiming how suspicious that guy is since we first met him. You have not been paying enough attention, apparently. That guy is super suspicious. That guy is the slimiest used car salesman you've ever seen. I don't know. It's weird. Prime candidates are the best students. Prime candidates given a well-paid job. Atlas receives a kickback payment. All right. I was hoping he was a red herring. I mean, we don't know what his deal is technically yet. We know he likes to try to flirt with the younger students he flirts with the students at the program, which are usually in their 20s. We know he had issues with Emma and didn't try to flirt with Kate because she was too problematic. There's a lot going on with him. I don't know if he's directly involved, but he's definitely not innocent in all this.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Was Kate? I guess Kate was blonde. I think she had... Nope, not blonde. Not even a little bit. Hey, why? Why would you bring up that he had a thing for blondes and then make the lady who's involved in the conversation not a blonde? Alright. Doesn't know why Ryan would give Kate $500. Knows Ryan was interested in blondes. Prime candidates are the best students. Okay.
Be back later on.
Dyed hair? But then, why... Or he has his people mixed up? Maybe he has his people mixed up. Because, I mean, Emma doesn't have blonde hair either. She has black hair also. Well, I guess like dark brown hair. Does his wife? I don't remember if his wife has blonde hair. Oh, we already asked her about the prime candidate thing. That's fine. BB Hank 1, welcome. Hello. Been a while since I tuned in. Yeah, I feel like it. How you doing, friend? Hopefully you're having a good Sunday or whatever day of the week it is for you. Different Kate. Admittedly, she would look good as a blonde. I mean, I guess so. I see click module, I click. Yeah, I mean, if you... This is a very interesting idea for one of these. I haven't done something like this in a while. I guess we're about due for another search-em, right? I think the third one of the ones with the lady in the asylum is out now. So we could probably go finish that trilogy. Oh, it said cult in the... Okay, I got you. It said cult in the title, so I clicked. Yeah. There's two cults in this, ran by the same guy. One went out of business because they got sued. So then he started another cult to replace it. We've got two murders, a year apart. Very suspicious. It's just all over the place. I still want someone in a robe, though. We need one person in a robe. Why? Why no robes? Okay, so we guess we just gotta go talk to Ryan now. We need someone in a robe. I thought we were gonna get someone in the robe with the guy stabbing himself with the metal spike, but no. Teleporting duck is still teleporting. This is England, Scotland, England. 100% England. 110% England. I think you can actually see it. Hold on. Yeah, actually, it's on the license of the lady who died. So, 100% England, confirmed. Robes and a goat skull mask. I mean, that would be awesome if they went that far. I just want one person in a robe. That's all I need, is just one person in a robe. You just have me go into one of these and, like, someone in a robe goes running by and it freaks out Jenkins or whatever. Jenks. Anything change in the kitchen? Apparently not. Nothing has changed in the kitchen. Because, I mean, this is a very clearly British officer. They don't seem to carry a gun. He doesn't even seem that well trained, to be honest with you, but... I mean, I don't take him as a very physical threat, generally speaking. I don't remember what all was in here other than there was the CD and the mirrors, and I'm just wondering if I need to do something else in here. No, I guess not. Just want to check just in case. Nothing. Alright, I guess we don't need to be in here then. Odd. I beg your pardon, it takes years to qualify for the police here as opposed to weeks like in the US. Okay, but I mean, this guy doesn't feel like a very particularly trained cop. You haven't seen what he can do to a man with just a screwdriver? That's true, that's true. We've had very minimal, I guess, physical altercation so far. He got mugged once by a guy throwing a literal, like, bag over his head. So, I don't know. I don't feel like he's the most well-trained combatant. A guy literally just ran up on him and threw a tote bag over his head and was able to mug him. Luckily, all he stole was one
if you don't mind.
CD. Alright, what do you know about this mirror room?
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then. Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
I keep expecting something to happen in that mirror behind him. Like, he's talking to us, but the mirror image turns and looks at us also or something. Arrest him for sass, then yourself for the same thing. I mean, they're very cheeky buggers. I think that's the correct terminology. I don't speak much British, but I think them being cheeky buggers is quite correct. Kind of feels like one of those old English cable TV shows. Yeah, that's definitely the vibe they're going for here. This is not scary or spooky or jump scares. It's mostly just very basic puzzle solving stuff. Is sass a criminal offense in the UK? I mean, actually, maybe? They're weird about stuff like that over there sometimes. It might not be a criminal offense, but it might still just get you in trouble. Yes, so it's overemphasis on every other word. Overemphasis on the wrong syllable. The zealots are coming down the stairs. Everyone run. They have chainsaws.
Know anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
All right. He nailed that reaction of like, what? Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Why did you ask me then? Absolutely caught off guard with the poppy pods thing. Prison, Seltier, prison. Cool whip. All right, what do you know about the prime candidates thing?
Tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is?
Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Uh-huh. Okay. Businesses become prime candidates. Prime candidates get very good jobs. Students aren't tested. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Simon had been trying to undermine Kate. Interesting. Okay. What's the man doing drinking alone at work at 11 p.m.? That's a great question. Considering it's been told us multiple times that after the session is over around 8 o'clock, they usually go to the bar and then drink until like 9 or 10. So the fact that it's 11 p.m. and this guy is still at the office is really weird. Also the fact he's been drinking non-stop alcohol, but also said that alcohol and drugs are not allowed in the building. So he's actually drinking tea out of a whiskey glass for some reason, and not whiskey. It's real strange. Apple juice? Maybe. Maybe it is apple juice. Maybe he said something and I'm forgetting back when we first came into the room. I'm like, would you like something to drink? I have some, like, various teas here or something. But I swear he just went over and poured himself a drink. Like, he just showed up with a drink glass suddenly. So they don't allow alcohol, but they allow morphine. Well, he's allowed to have morphine for his pain pills. The morphine is for his pain from his arthritis. Or from when he, like, pulled his back or something. Alright, so let's find out. Let's get to the heart of the matter. What is this $500 check for, eh?
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
Okay. Money meant as a little incentive for Kate. Had heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. No ulterior reason for giving Kate the money. I see. Fell out. Right. Yeah. I mean, we can't tell him that we broke into his car. It would probably... I mean, I don't know how British law works, but I would assume that would get it kicked out of court. So... I don't know. Alright, so we gotta find... Alright, so we've gone through everything now, so we need to find a contradiction, eh? Okay, here we go. Kate enjoyed the course and appeared happy, but now the contradiction of... her Kate wanted to leave. What? What? That's a direct contradiction. Kate seemed to enjoy the course and had no detectable problems, and Ryan said he heard Kate was thinking of leaving. That's a direct contradiction. So far, Jenkins has been observed doing the most criminal activity in this module. True. Think he might be murderer too? I mean, we don't know who. First of all, we don't know if she was actively murdered, as in like someone drowned her. There's a little bit of evidence that she might have been drugged and then fell in the pond. And we're trying to figure out what happened. Right now, it's looking like maybe Simon gave her morphine that like drugged her up enough, and then she like left and fell in the pond, which is weird because all the evidence up until this point was saying that she had been at the bar, gotten into an argument with Kate, or Kate had gotten into an argument with Emma, and then they broke the window and then left. And then somehow between like 7 and like, or no, what was it? Between 7 and like midnight, she ended up falling into the pond and drowning. I think the guy's guilty of killing the legal system. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, so we've now talked to everyone about everything. I think from the storeroom, so her room isn't particularly secure. The students to keep valuables with them. Their own IT guy. Outside Eden Lodge. And prime candidates get very good jobs. Students aren't tested. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Rooms by students, room locked so students aren't distracted. Mirror room used a few times a month. There's a little incentive for Kate. I heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. No interior reason for giving. What is... Of course, hadn't suspected she had any emotional problems. Certainly killed the chain of evidence. Yes, chain of evidence. Someone's trying to cover something up here, or at least a few people might be. Poppy pods. Knows opium can be extracted from poppy pods. Wait, was there a contradiction earlier about him not knowing anything about plants? Jeez, doesn't know anything about... Oh, we're here. There was a thing about that. Okay. Nope. Okay, never mind. Okay. Since unlocks the students aren't distracted. With them. Takes morphine for his arthritis, keeps the morphine in the locked room upstairs. Fairness, I know little about plants, but I know that about poppy pods. Yeah, but it's a direct contradiction. Which is what we're looking for in Contradiction, Spot the Liar / Contradiction, the all-video murder mystery. Everybody knows how to make opium, come on. Yeah. And also not a heroin user. That's fair, that's fair. I too have never made heroin. I've never used or made heroin. No opium. Now, obviously, I can't claim I've never used any drugs ever, because your all eyewitness is that not being the truth. But outside of that, I've never used anything harder than that. Never seen the key to tests. So this often leads to private psychological treatment. This does use some disturbing techniques. Independent prompt. Incident prompted them to introduce an aptitude test. Car was vandalized. It says a psychological wellness asks for a refund. Devil worshippers. Lisa lives alone at the end of the lane. This Emma's criticism of Liam. Doesn't blame Emma for Liam's death. Liam was strong and outgoing. These people are free to do what they like. So in the shock aspect of the course, knows Paul went too far. Stunt not related to Liam's suicide. Lost some job used to hire from the shop. Atlas have an end of stage party. The course involves teaching students how to act. Party includes wearing costumes. It is not a major part of the course. Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Oh, okay, maybe that's it. Hey, wow, what a reach. All right.
So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a little incentive for Kate. I heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. No ulterior reason for giving Kate the money. Students. Mirror rooms used by students. Room locked so students are distracted. Mirror uses a few times a month. The students become prime candidates. Money meant as a little incentive for Kate. It's not aren't tested. Okay, so okay, that's not a contradiction. Okay. No alternative reason for giving Kate the money. Okay, maybe it's related to the affair thing? Liam doesn't blame Emma. I don't know if the affair thing... I don't know what that falls under. So much interest in drugs. Oh, wait. Maybe it's this. Has no interest in drugs, but knows about poppy seeds? Wait. Nope. Onto the premise, even though he's drinking right now, doesn't keep on medications on site. But we talked about that with his arthritis, keeps morphine. We talked about this already. Yeah, okay. At work and home, keeps morphine in the secure storeroom at Atlas, which we haven't... The secure storeroom seems a little not secure, but whatever. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Simon had been trying to undermine Kate. Hasn't tried Simon's homebrew. Tries but isn't sure. Okay, Kate was drunk at the meeting last Friday. First met Kate 3 months ago at Atlas. Said Kate enjoyed the course and appeared happy. And suspected she had any emotional problems. And tried Simon's homebrew. There's a devil sign. Doesn't know how the finger symbol could be used. Getting rid of guilt and self-doubt. Ryan invented the phrase. Phrase invented while based on the village hall. Ryan has a background in psychology. Chop tea leaves. Doesn't know anything about plants. Just Rebecca would know. No student has ever brought drugs to Atlas. Atlas was formerly called Third Eye. We pay Liam's parents. Reuse ECT machines at Atlas or Third Eye. Wasn't playing the guitar, interested in collecting guitars. Once auditioned for a band called Hammerstone. Hasn't bought a new guitar for over a year. We'll do 4. Liam doesn't blame. My student asked for a refund. I've never seen a key ring before. Belong to Rebecca. Hands. Arthritis not a problem. Makes morphine for his arthritis that aren't in the locked room upstairs. I don't. I mean, I assume the morphine and the not interested in taking drugs are not a contradiction. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. Room by students. We haven't, the problem is we haven't got anything new to ask anybody about. Because we can only present contradictions by one person in their own conversations. We can't bring up what other people have said about them to other people, right? We can't bring up that he has said that Simon was trying to undermine Kate to Simon. Use Simon to test Kate. Students aren't tested. Just need anyone selling or buying pods. Students are distracted. Mirror room used a few times a month. Secure, advise the students to keep valuables with them. The key ring. Fantasist. Part. Death. Costume shop. And called Hammerstone. The Hammerstone and then the other stone is being related is a little odd to me, but we haven't really been able to bring that up, and I haven't seen any evidence for it. Simple. Liam's death. Kate's argument. And the pub usually leaves for Atlas at 6 p.m. Starts preparation for Atlas at 6:30. Have you tried morphine in the storeroom and storeroom not secure? I don't think the morphine is actually kept in the... Yeah, see, it's kept in a locked room upstairs. And I don't think it's kept in the storage room anymore. What's it, the stolen laptop? Storeroom isn't particularly secure. Yeah. I think they mentioned at one point that they used to use the storeroom for that, and then they stopped doing it because the storeroom wasn't very secure. Advises them to keep the valuables with them. It's meant as a little incentive for Kate. No ulterior reason for giving Kate the money. Aren't tested. Never asked Simon to test Kate. But I don't have anything that like Simon had been trying to undermine Kate. But I don't have a way. The course and appeared happy. Ryan believes Simon had been trying to undermine Kate in order to become prime candidate himself. Also drives, but isn't sure. He wanted to leave Atlas. No ulterior reason for giving Kate the money. The students. Room isn't particularly secure.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Let's go walk about for a sec and see if it doesn't trigger anything new. We did get a couple of revelations here, and it might... Walking around might get us a couple of new ideas. I don't know, we'll see. It's one thing I don't like about this is that you'll hit dead ends like this and the only way to progress is just wander the town until something happens. It really makes it feel more like dumb luck than doing a proper investigation. Like the Poppy thing. If I hadn't just wandered over to go talk to James or gone to the end of the road or whatever, I don't know if I would have ever found that. You know what I mean? There's no logic to it. It just happened. Left. Looks like teleporting duck still over there. The two people talking is still there. Left. Nothing there. I'm still halfway expecting, like, Kyle or Tom to show up and try to rough me up or something. Nothing happened. Doesn't know why Ryan would give K$500. Knows Ryan was interested in blondes. Wait. Okay. Like, we have so many things now that we need to draw knowledge from. Simon's, Emma's. I was like a Simon. I could do a homebrew. Tried selling, but only sold to James. Doesn't see James very often. Didn't he specifically say the 500 was part of a test? Also said they aren't tested? Yeah, but I think I brought that up. Yeah, because I said that students aren't tested. Right. Students aren't tested, and I brought up the little incentive thing, and it didn't say it was anything. Let me teleport back over here real quick. We can ask him again, but I think I tried that and it didn't actually do me any good. Okay, let me go check up here. In case we'd like run into Simon trying to like do something. You did, but I don't think you followed up. Oh, okay, maybe I didn't. Maybe I said it and then I didn't actually bother putting it in as a prompt. Is it about the check, but not directly about the testing part? Okay.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Okay. Incentive. Nope. It didn't do anything. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Prime candidates are a very good job. Kate wanted to leave Atlas. Hang on. Okay. Layman is a little insensitive for Kate. I never Kate wanted to leave Atlas. Are you stuck? Tommy T. Turner, welcome. Not yet. We're still kind of working through it. Was there an option specifically about his statement saying it was a test? No. The closest thing we have to that is Moneyman is a little incentive for Kate, even though during that conversation, he said it was a light test for the procedures or whatever. But there's no other option specifically for testing her. But welcome, Tommy T. Turner. How you doing? How's your Sunday going? Okay. Unless it's something like... It's a contradiction of... They have to test her before she becomes a prime candidate? What Atlas options are there on the list? For Atlas Prime, Best student becomes prime candidate. Prime candidates get a very good job. Students aren't tested. Never asked Simon to test Kate, even though Simon said he was told to test Kate. Simon had been trying to undermine Kate. I don't know. I'm good, thank you. Hope everyone else is too. Unfortunately, I swear I'm not an elk. I know it at least has a cold, but I think as far as I'm aware, everyone else is okay right now. I feel like there should be mention of it because he said it outright. He literally said the $500 was a test. Yes. They do that kind of thing a lot in this. It's a little frustrating sometimes. I mean, I've brought up multiple contradictions here, but they don't count. So that's part of the problem. Poster. Scrying Mirror. Used to be Black Mirror himself. He used to read about black magic and satanic rituals. Doesn't believe anything supernatural now. Named suicide. Imminently at the pub. Kate's argument. 6. Atlas freedom phrase. The phrase. Running sentiment occurs every few weeks. Running sentiment of destroying one's past. Students carry the dolls with them for a month. Not a major part of the course. Techniques are being phased out. Doesn't really work. Gave Kate the money to test. Oh, wait. It's up here? Wait, hold on. Gave Kate the money to test/assess her. It's in a completely different thing that has nothing to do with what we were talking about. Students pay for the course per session. What? Why would they put this up here? We were literally talking about the primes and the $500 check. What does that got to do with the Atlas auto hypnosis? Are you kidding me? What? What? You gotta be kidding.
Which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference!
Wow.
If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay, and there's the rollover. Wow.
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
Indeed. We literally said the test. Scroll down that list slowly. Looks under hypnosis. What was there? I don't recall that one. Yeah, I don't know why they put it there. That was not related to the conversation we were having at all for some reason. I don't know. British policing, don't worry about it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. British style policing. Got him angry, he must be close. Yeah, we're at midnight now, so we got to be towards the end. Because I think, it's after midnight, in fact. I think we only had till midnight to solve the crime. Prime candidate for the sacrifice? I mean, that's what I still think is going on. Okay, Kate's prime status. Okay. So. We still haven't brought up Kyle and Tim's little thing. He wants to keep that a secret for some reason.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Anything? Nothing? Okay. It looks like we're probably done with James. Unless there is some kind of big reveal here at the end. No, that's the wrong direction. That's not where I meant to go. Unless there's some kind of big reveal here at the end that James like accidentally ran into her and accidentally killed her is like the final twist or something. I think we're probably done talking to James. Oh, you're right. You only had till midnight. You better go home and mark the case unsolvable. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it, Tommy T. Turner. You get it. We had, what was it, 5 hours to solve this case, and we're now into like 5.5 hours. Case is unsolvable. Let's call up the chief and tell him it's unsolvable.
Ask you a couple more things.
Definitely nothing we can be done here. It definitely was an accident.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
You don't use threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
I see. Okay. Okay, Kate was being tested for prime candidate. Leaders don't get involved in testing students. Don't use threshold testing. Students not encouraged to hurt each other. I see. Okay. Don't use threshold testing. Only allowed to use the combination code. Mirror room used for meditation. CD mirror room used on the course. This is accusations. No interest in the occult. Designed to reveal psychological issues. Course techniques. Keyring before. Okay, Emma's guilt. Birthmark didn't accept Lisa. Let's try to date Emma. Wait, Emma? Oh, right. This is when it was still considered Third Eye. Right. It's the downside to having two different cults pop up on top of each other. Atlas, Liam's death was unavoidable. Summarize Atlas objectives. Course objective to free students from their past. There's no place for guilt in business. Reluctantly abides by laws. Liam died. Didn't see Liam after the course. Business started last year. A freedom necklace for a student insists he didn't buy it for Kate. This looks familiar, but can't say for certain. Homebrew. Then thinking about Simon's bike. Lost her driver's license. Times, less for the party. Possibly spoke to her. Kate was drunk. I mean, maybe she wasn't drunk. He was being tested for prime candidate. Okay, huh.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I mean, maybe she wasn't drunk. Maybe she was still just affected by the morphine. I still feel like it's weird. There's a lot of weird stuff between Rebecca and all this, too. I don't know why. Just something. Just her demeanor is very aggressive.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What do you know about this?
Do you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Arrest Rebecca for being aggressive of demeanor. It's not a crime. I'm just saying There's something weird about the way the actress is portraying her that makes it feel like she knows more than she's letting on. Best students, guaranteed job at salary. Most students aren't up to the job. Up to the job. Best not to ask Rebecca about the money for Kate? Why not? I think we tried this, right? Pocket of dried leaves. Used to grow salvia years ago, so also illusion. It doesn't take any drugs or medicines. It's not even plants. But there was some mention that she said she knew a bunch about gardening. He used to let Blackstone play in the pub. Didn't know Liam very well. See, the Blackstone, and then Ryan was in another Stone band. And then... I don't know. It feels like there's more going on there than they're letting on. It also explained why they're letting Blackstone play in the pub if her husband was in the band. In the Atlas course. An argument between two girls. Window broken last Friday. Tape to the broken window to make it safer. Also, why was the tape from the window on her ID? Rebecca is strict about burying clients. Kate broke the window during an argument. Wearing the necklace. A meeting. Made homebrew. Buys from a microbrewery. Lurk? Lurk away, Ika. Lurk away. Enjoy your shower. Okay, very well. Last saw Kate in the pub. Breakage. Kate was very drunk. She's very drunk. So she saw her at 7 p.m. Wait. Oh, where's the other... Independent. Oh, wait, is this a contradiction? No. Scrub-a-dub-dub. One ick in a tub, yeah. Because this tape that's on the ID was also on the window. We only saw it for a second. We can't look at it again.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
But we definitely saw it. Let's see. We went and tried to talk to James. We'll check the road one more time, just to... Oh, gosh darn it. Gosh darn 180-degree rule. It looks like the duck and the two guys are still there. Well, the two people are still there. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's changed. Let's see. Gotta check all this stuff at least once every hour. I love that this is the only thing that has true nighttime going on outside. Everything else is day for night. What was the CD that got stolen? The CD that got stolen from us was the copy of the dad, Paul. He recorded himself stealing a bunch of stuff from the jackets of the people attending one of the procedures, one of the sessions, and he used it as an example of like dealing with a morale situation. But the son, Ryan, feels he went too far when he did it. And then we got mugged by the cleaner at the building here, who shows up at weird times and is very odd, but like super loyal to Ryan. So he mugged us to get the CD back, to leave it in the kitchen because it's not supposed to leave the kitchen. It's all over the place for that. Think they were testing you? I don't know. I mean, I brought it up earlier when I was talking about... Okay, just teleport over there. How someone threw literally a tote bag over our head and were able to mug us without any issue, so... I don't know.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, you know, Kate.
What is
You
that?
didn't discuss it with Kate?
No. No, she never talked about Atlas.
Didn't know about Kate's prime candidate status. Thinks Kate would be chosen. Kate didn't discuss the Atlas course. So Kate on Friday, not Thursday. Kate appeared her usual self. Kate was argumentative at college. Kate drank. A drink problem at college. Didn't see Kate very often. I'm assuming that's not a contradiction. No, okay. Thinks Kate would be chosen, but also thinks argumentative? Okay. About the broken pub window. Visit the pub Monday night with a friend. Tote bags have always been Jank's weakness, hence his saying he didn't bring a knife to a tote fight. If that is the last line, in this module, it will get an official A+ from me. You could be the next prime candidate. I mean, maybe. If that's the last line in this whole thing, Tommy T. Turner, I will give this a roaring success of an A+.
How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
Didn't think Kate would be prime candidate material. Oh, we can't actually bring up the other thing. Okay. Was looking at an Atlas meeting last Friday. Didn't socialize with Kate outside of Atlas. No. Drunk at Atlas. Drunk outside of Atlas. Okay. That's the last line. I want you to add a tote bag to the hats on redeem. I mean, I think I have a tote bag at home I could bring in, I guess. Like, I think I have a couple from the grocery store. I could probably bring in one. I don't know how I'm supposed to wear a tote bag like a hat, though. It would, I guess I could, like... I guess I could put it over my head and then, like, tie it around my head with the handles? I don't know how I would make that work. Or I just sit here for 10 minutes with a tote bag over my head and then take it off and be like, well, okay, well, that's the best I can do. Drinking opium tea is allergic to opiates. Mirror. Mirror used once or twice a month. A few months ago. Wait. It's been asked to test Kate by Ryan. Wait, how did... The combination of the mirror had Kate. Wait, so if she died from a morphine overdose on Friday, but he says he hasn't visited the mirror room in a few months, how could he have overdosed her on morphine like a week ago if he hasn't been there in a few months? What? Am I missing something else? Last saw Kate, didn't socialize with Kate outside of Atlas. Socialize with Kate outside of Atlas? Doesn't know anything about the Poppy. Even lends the car to friends. The laptop stolen from Atlas one night. Laptop stolen from a storeroom. It was a new car, but doesn't have a license. Very odd, by the way, on that. Subscriptions. Card from an IT consultant Simon met once. Wrote his PIN on the back of the card. Form before doing Atlas. Form was a simple health check. Would be easy to lie on the form. No devil worshippers at Atlas. Simple carving. Free freedoms. Thinks students when Atlas was Kyle. His guilt doesn't serve any useful purpose. About Liam, but heard about him. Doesn't know anything about the argument. Went straight home after Atlas last Friday. Was in the New Age mysticism. Took their mask. Run the Atlas course. With the broken pub window, claims he hardly ever visits the pub. Kate wore the necklace at college. Simon's cousin. Michael's only time he can get to work. I think we already called out the contradiction of that and having a car. I think I called this out already. Because he owns a car, but he doesn't have a driver's license, so he lends the car to his friends.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Thinks Kate would be chosen. Didn't know about Kate's prime candidate status. Knows about prime candidates. Didn't think Simon was prime candidate. Is it like a contradiction? Is it like the weird one-to-one of didn't... I guess not.
That's it for the time.
Unless we're just supposed to confront Ryan more about it. Did we talk to the dad yet about this? I'm candidate. Leaders don't get involved in testing. Students don't use threshold testing. Students not encouraged to hurt each other. Okay. Alright. Well, let's head back up here. Maybe we're just supposed to talk to Ryan again about it, and then it'll unlock whatever we're supposed to do next. So we've got to be almost done. It's midnight now. This guy's still at work, I'm guessing? Oh, no, he's not. He's not here anymore. Okay. Okay, so it's not him we gotta talk to. He finally went home. Did I check? Okay. I wasn't sure if I checked in the mirror room post the hour shift. Crime doesn't sleep? Well... Okay, so... What am I missing? What did Simon say about the mirror room? Because it was his card that let you get in there, right? Yeah. It was his card that had the PIN number on the back. I don't remember what he said about it now. Just that he knew what the number was and that... I'm trying to remember what all he said. What did Simon say about the... I'm gonna use once a month, visit the mirror room a few months ago. Only Kate took the morphine, had been asked to test Kate by Ryan. Be a prime candidate. Didn't know about prime candidate. Don't think Simon was prime. No. Hold on. Oh, I can't ask him about those because he's the one who told me about prime candidates. Wrote his PIN on the back of the card. So he's saying that's his PIN number for accessing the room? Heard his laptop, doesn't think the consultant lives locally. Business card. Heard the IT consultant Atlas has their own IT consultant. Never heard of the IT consultant to have their own IT guy. Card from an IT consultant Simon met once. Wrote his PIN on the back of the card. Why would he... I'm still trying to put that stuff together. There's something weird going on with this IT consultant thing. Not sure what it is, though. Heard about the mirror room. Thinks the mirror room used later in the course. But the mirror room suggests asking Ryan. Used by students. Rooms located so students aren't distracted. A few times a month. Could try ringing the chief. I could. Nobody allowed to know the combination code. Meditation. See, we did this Paul's... No one's allowed to know the combination code, and then I think I mixed it with his business card for Paul. But that it didn't translate to anything. What else am I missing here? Is he like here eating at 12 o'clock at night? Also, I love in this mirror, it makes it look like it's actually the middle of the day. I mean, I know they're trying to keep this stuff, you know...
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Minimal. Which are the best students from Ken's get a guaranteed job. Gonna get sacked. I think Ryan. He was the prime candidate. Unless it's like just a... No? Okay. Know Kate very well. Last saw Kate in the pub last Friday, approximately 7. Gave Rebecca $20 for a breakage. Kate was very drunk. So this is the other thing that's throwing me off. The timing of all this stuff doesn't
probably be back later.
line up. Unless that's... Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is. Come on. Simon. Last saw Kate at the Atlas meeting last Friday. With Kate outside of Atlas. It often seemed drunk at Atlas. Knew Kate at college but didn't socialize. Doesn't know anything about the license. Prime status. A prime candidate. Something about the poppy pods. James' one-strength opium tea is allergic to opiates. She had morphine in her system, which is an opioid. In the storeroom. Storeroom isn't particularly secure. It invites the students to... Not happy about the theft. Has since installed a CCTV system. No thefts have happened since. We might have to talk to the chief, because, yeah, I'm not sure what we're missing on this one. I feel like we need to talk to Ryan, but he's not actually available right now. Unless there's something else going on inside of this house that...
A few more questions, please.
Super prime candidate. Leaders don't get involved in testing students. Threshold testing. Meeting on Friday, Elizabeth spoke to her. Kate was very drunk. It's not anything to do with the hand symbol, right? Atlas encourages ideas over morality. What is the threshold testing again? The hand skewer thing? Yeah, but we can't ask about the hand skewer thing specifically because he's waiting to bring that up later for some reason. But he did bring up the threshold testing, and they said they don't use it. The best students from a well-paid job. Atlas received a kickback payment. Well, maybe it's... No. Blondes. Do you have any other threshold testing examples you can ask about? No, I don't think I do, technically. Mission code. Business card. Paul confirmed that nobody's allowed to know the combination of the code for the room, at least in theory. Oh, maybe it's... nobody allowed to know the combination code, and then... Don't use threshold testing? Tested for prime candidate. I'm wondering if there's a contradiction in here. Involved in the testing of the students. Used for meditation. Skewer sounds traumatic. Wouldn't it be better to use fire? Yeah, they were trying to pretend that nothing too bad happened when he skewered his own hand with a piece of metal. Except you're probably going to need some stitches if you go all the way through your hand into a tree for your hand. Wait, how did they use a CD of a theft in the mirror room? What? No. The CD in the mirror room is a recording CD that plays like a guy talking. This is a different CD than the CD that got stolen from us. Threshold testing is a perfectly normal part of business school. I often invite reps out for a bit of hand skewering before signing a big deal. Well, you got to make sure you're getting into a contract with someone you can know is tough and can take a hand skewering, right? You can't be signing contracts with weaklings who can't get their hand skewered and then, you know, not go get stitches or something. This one is on a CCTV system. Meditation. Unless... Meditation. Paul confirmed that nobody in theory... Designed to reveal psychology. Let's look at how... I'm taking the medical equipment reps more seriously if they had skewered instead of buying us dinner. Fair, fair. I mean, then you're proving your product works, right? You're like, yeah, this is a new hand sewing machine. Watch, and just stabs through his own hand with a knife. Now watch the machine, and then puts his hand into the sewing machine and it sews his hand up. I mean, yeah, that's some, you know, I truly believe my machine is the best machine for hand stitching. Pendants. Hasn't seen the mask before. Arguments. Wait. Kate was drunk, but being tested for prime... No? Okay. Since encouraged not to hurt one another. Oh, maybe Liam's death? Or Emma's guilt? Where is it? His death. His guilt. Expect Emma to discuss. Theft. The mugger. The DVD on the night of Liam's death. Committed a fake theft. Oh, maybe committed a fake theft, which he videoed. Leaders don't get involved in... Nope. So what was on the other CD, the non-theft one? It was just a guy talking about... I think it was just kind of walking you through the process of hypnotizing yourself or something. Someone droning on seems like some sort of resilience training. Well, it's supposed to be that you hypnotize yourself to, like, change your own perspective of what you look like and then attempt to change who you are to make you better at business so you don't, like, have morals. Hand sewing machine, never have I wanted to invent something so much. I mean, that way you don't have to worry about giving people stitches on their hands. The machine just does it for you. Use on the course. You could be right, though. Threshold testing? Hey, you were right! They count that as threshold testing. Okay, good one. That's a good call.
Threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul. Because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul.
There you go.
We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if you really want to know, 50 grand.
Whoa.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics. Push, greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow, except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
You're gonna have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
At 12 o'clock at night?
I'll see myself out.
Okay, so James was... Oh.
I'll be man your father.
Shut the gate on your way out.
Or you mean eavesdrop on you very illegally?
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
If you kill a cop, even in England, I have to imagine the amount of trouble you're going to be in is going to astronomically multiply.
Kyle.
God, the blue tint is so bad. It doesn't even remotely look like nighttime. Let's see. So what was on the other side, the non-theft one?
2 totally morally bankrupt men are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe lock myself in.
What? There's a phone box. You're literally standing where the phone box is. Just call, what do you guys use over there? 999? What is it? Just call 999 and tell them you're a detective and you need backup. What are you talking about? I'm a genius. Oh, he got serious. Oh, big numbers. Yeah, $50,000 is a lot. They make drones. Yeah, they're basically making perfect, non-moral cell drones. It's a very specific price tag. Yeah, $50,000 kickback from these companies. International companies, by the way. They make politicians? Well, probably. James is right. They're selling brainwashed employees. Yeah, he was actually correct about that part. They're not necessarily selling them into sex slavery or whatever, but yeah, he was correct about that part. He's gonna hunt you like a dog. Knew it? He said sort it out, not kill him. Maybe he'll take you out for dinner and apologize. Now, killing his cop is frowned upon in England. They take away your kettle. You can't use an electric kettle anymore. You're only legally allowed to use the microwave. You have to use the microwave to make tea if you get busted for killing a cop in England. That makes sense to me. They replaced the Yorkshire Gold with Lipton. Oh, God. That's only if you get caught with a double homicide. A single cop killing is just... You can't use a kettle anymore. But yeah, what's the number for the 911? Oh, right there. Call the chief. We can literally call our boss. Like, there's a payphone. Just use the payphone. Can I go to, like, James and be like, hey, bud, can I hide in your house for the evening? 999. Okay, it is 999. Yeah, just call 999 and be like, hey, this is Detective Jenkins. I'm over here. I overheard someone talking about trying to kill me. Please send a bunch of cops over here, please. Can you please round up the bobbies and send them over here? Get them off of Scotland Yard and bring them around.
I ask you a couple more things, please.
Just the nonsense sometimes just blows my mind.
For the moment. Thank you.
Like, I know you're trying to keep the drama, but you've even talked about he doesn't have a cell phone. That's fine, but don't have a phone box as one of the things you can use. The thing he would need to call for backup. Why write out a modern cell phone just to give him an old-timey mobile phone? Did I unlock anything new, by the way, for this? No, apparently I did not. Okay. Apparently we gotta go talk to Kyle in the school or something. So, I mean, I guess that means they had at least a very good incentive to not kill Kate. Since they were going to basically sell her to a company, an international company, as a moralless selling machine. Anything? Ah, here we go. Oh, it's the opium or the... Yes! Yes! Come on! Oh my god! Oh my god, we got it!
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
We got it! We got it, everybody! We got it!
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on. Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
Knife.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife. The knife, Kyle!
Kyle.
Drop it!
Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Oh, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So you tell
No
me...
robes, though? Yeah, unfortunately.
Simon killed her. Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
Any more likely than you, Ryan? Pig!
Wow, all right.
No. Police brutality.
It's all right. You okay?
We're not gonna find out who that is, because it kind of looked like Emma, but ceremonial dress close enough.
Being sacrificed, and that's the thanks you get. If that wasn't an occult ceremony, I don't know what is. The Rands have been lying all along. But what's Simon going to say about Ryan's accusation?
It's okay. I think the students would perform better in school if the teachers shanked the lowest performer. Oink. Just a bit of role play, apparently. Yeah, okay. Ryan's accusation. Okay. I mean, okay, so if James is...
Damn.
Oh.
I suppose it was too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
Okay, we're back to this being locked. All right. So if James is like 3/4 of the way correct, that they are making like slaves, just not sex slaves. They're making like mindless, moralless cell drones. Then I guess he could be... Jenkins here could be in over his head a little bit if he's dealing with, like, international, like... I don't know... corporate espionage stuff? Just a normal midnight rendezvous in the woods. I don't know what the fuss is about. Right.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay. You know what? Ryan claimed that he saw Simon walking home last Friday night.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I still think it's going to turn out to be Rebecca. I think Rebecca killed her out of revenge for having an affair, or blackmailing Ryan, or having an affair with Ryan.
What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
But who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please. See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something.
Are you seriously going to point out something I literally saw?
See this pattern? Now look at that. It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else, then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out, she goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
Wow, this must be a seriously dangerous lake.
Far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas works.
But Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't kill her. Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours
Not if it was in the lake.
all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
He needs the what?
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
What? I think he tripped and fell into the pond after having eaten a poppy seed lemon muffin. What? No, I don't think that's what caused it. I thought Emma was the one sleeping with Ryan. Yeah, but Kate was trying to blackmail Ryan and or also potentially was flirting with everyone. So maybe she was also having an affair. Like, there's a lot of people having affairs with other people in this. It's a little strange. All lakes in the UK are sentient and despised people. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually. And why did he get his DNA all over it? Well, it's inside of a plastic bag. So he wouldn't have gotten his DNA on it because it is inside of an evidence bag. So at least he shouldn't have reintroduced DNA to it if it wasn't already there. We got a runner calling Scotland Yard. He doesn't believe in calling in backup. Man just really likes tape. I'm telling you, it's gonna turn out that Rebecca killed her because she was going to like threaten the program or wanted money for the blackmail or something, And all this other nonsense going on turns out isn't related. It was just Rebecca being angry at Kate because, heck, maybe Rebecca thinks Kate is the one he was having the affair with and not Emma. You know what I mean? Kind of, what is it? The Great Gatsby style. Where he thought it was Gatsby hit his wife, but it turns out, I mean, I guess spoilers, that it was actually the woman driving Gatsby's car that hit his wife. Something kind of like that. Pattern sticky tape. Okay. I don't know where I should... Okay. Is he just going to where the body was found? No, but the teleporting duck and the people are still out there talking at 12 o'clock at night. I mean, he can't have gone too far. Okay. I guess he didn't go this way? Then why did they point me this direction if this isn't the direction he ran in? What? Alright, let's talk to Emma about
a few more
the
questions,
accusations.
if you don't mind.
Do you know anything about this?
Have you seen this anywhere before?
I've seen it somewhere, but can't remember. Sorry, no.
She saw it on the window outside of the bar on Monday.
Did Simon mention walking home with anyone after the meeting last Friday?
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate.
No, definitely not.
Okay. It's a suspicious thing to ask, but... very often. Where's the argument thing? Client to the pub after college. Past last Friday night. Tried to persuade Kate not to blackmail Ryan. Had an affair with Ryan. Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan over the affair. That's what I'm talking about. Like, maybe Rebecca thought Kate was the one having an affair with him, and then was trying to blackmail him about it and didn't realize it was actually Emma that he had the affair with. Walk on with Kate last Friday.
Okay, that's
I'll let
it
it
for
stand
now.
for now, and
Thank
we'll
you.
go see if we can't talk to anybody else about the weirdness. The other problem we're having, though, is... we know that Simon would have access to someone who knows how to make opium, and he knows how to make his own beer, and his beer is very strong. So he could make his own opium and give it to Kate in a beer, and basically drug her that way, and then drown her. I mean, that technically works. It just seems like there's very little evidence pointing that that's what actually happened. God, the blue filter, though, for the day for night. It's not even a good attempt. Wow, that greenhouse is kind of messed up, too. Okay, nothing. So see, this is my whole, like, I'm overthinking things thing is kicking in right now. James, do you have anything to say about this?
Are you winning, son?
No, Ika, we're not. We have like 9 things happening at the same time. I have no idea what to do about any of it. But welcome back,
Do you
Ika. I hope your
know
shower
how
was
well
nice.
Simon knew Kate.
Not really?
Did you ever see them together?
No, why? Do you think he killed her?
I've no idea. Do you think he'd be capable of that?
Do you think we're all capable of it?
No, I don't.
Sure. So you'd never been in your police car responding to an incident, driven past a school at high speed?
Don't know. Maybe.
Well, you've answered your own question then. When you've got a need and things get in your way, it's human nature to either ignore them or get rid of them. Any way you can. That's all murder is, isn't it?
Maybe you're right.
Doesn't know how well Simon knew Kate. Thinks everyone is capable of murder. Okay, fair. Actually, it's just what night in the UK looks like. Oh, it's just blue there? So it's the same way that they always do the weird thing where Mexico has like a brown filter over it for no reason. Or Canada has a weird VHS lo-fi filter over it all the time. Something like that. I gotcha. That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
Ever seen tape like this anywhere before?
No.
Oh, he didn't even look at it.
Thank you.
So worth asking Barwoman about the tape? Yeah, we'll get to that here shortly. I just wanted to check and see if we could find where Simon ran off to. I was hoping maybe he came over here and he was hanging out with his friend or something. See if he's hiding like in the garage. Which, by the way, now that I think about it, we still have the key fob for this car and the garage opener for this garage. We actually can get completely into this garage. Probably the pub. I mean, it could be. Exactly like that? Okay, gotcha. Okay. Okay, maybe he's hiding behind the pub. So, okay. Shoutouts to everyone. This is a reminder. When we first came back here, we looked at this window that has this bag in it. And in this bottom left corner is a piece of this same kind of tape that was used to tape up this window. That the request to have this window taped up was given from Paul to Rebecca, if I remember correctly, via Ryan, to tape this up so that people wouldn't get hurt on the broken window. How they would do that, I don't know, but apparently it's a concern. So, to me, that again implies that Rebecca had something to do with this. Perks of the job, it's your car now. That would be amazing. Oh, part of the investigation was you found the keys for this car? Well, you can just keep it now, Jenks. Awesome. Thanks, boss. Now he's just Jenks the, like, I don't know, BMW driver. Well, why don't you solve this 3 streams ago then? Because I can't. I'm limited by what they let me do, all right? If it was up to me, I would have already been asking these questions. How many things have I said I wanted to see happen or should happen, and then they've happened so far?
Get back to work, you slacker.
I am actively working. I'm working my butt off. How many things have I requested to see or I thought was going to happen so far that have happened in this? Too many.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Hi. How are you doing? Do you know anything about this tape, Rebecca? I think we need Seltier to play the next Ace Attorney module. No. No.
Have you seen
I almost
tape
cussed.
like this
No.
anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Ryan had some patterned sticky tape. Last saw the tape approximately 2 months ago. Uh-huh. Oh, yes. The detective would suit Kangaroo Court well. Yeah, this detective would work great there. Him and Detective Dick Gumshoe would be good friends, I think. I don't believe you. I don't think you ever saw the tape before Simon showed it to you. Yeah. That's what it is. Ask about the tape that then broken window. Well, I don't think... Let me see. Where is it? Heard about the arguments. Taped over the broken window. Okay, can I ask about that? Oh my god, we can! That's a great... Okay.
You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside?
We were supposed to see that?
Well,
I thought I just got lucky.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license
found at the scene. The tape.
Killer would also
that
sue
only
Kangaroo
Ryan
Court,
has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What will come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca. Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I
called that
took it
earlier
out to the woods and
too.
stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was. Said someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was
I called it.
reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
She slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who? Emma. It was Emma.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything
Victory
you do say will be taken
screech!
down and will be used in evidence against you.
Yes.
So, it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted? And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
I literally called it in the first hour of this module. I said there's something wrong. I am vindicated fully. Anyone interested in taking Atlas courses with me? No, I'm good, thanks. Fully vindicated. Fully vindicated. The only thing I got wrong, the only thing I got backwards in that whole thing was I thought she followed Kate to the lake and she led Kate to the lake. I called that she left the bar. I called that's why the key to her shed was on that road that led to the lake. I called all of it. All of it, including that she mistook Kate and for Emma. Vindicated. Vindicated. Fully. So, I swear I'm not an elk, by the way. Why didn't I solve this in the first episode? I swear I'm not an elk. I'm sorry I'm not an elk. I think I might have accidentally solved this back in the first episode, by the way. Directed by Paul Darrow. Congrats, Paul Darrow. You did a pretty good job. Who enjoyed playing the Contradiction. There's an experimental independent module made on a tiny budget. If you'd like to, please leave a review on the module and make yourself heard. You missed your calling in life, or should have been an English detective in a small village. Well, I actually did try out for a local police force, but they won't take me because I'm blind in my right eye, which is basically means I'd have to probably go and work for like a small sheriff's office someplace if I actually wanted to become a cop. So I don't know how much of a joke you're making there, but you're actually not that far off of something I almost did. All right, so I wonder how many Simon's Contradiction 4. Finding check for Kate? Huh. Rebecca's big confession. Okay, so I mean, I guess the wood ceremony was optional, so I just got lucky that I found that. We only called the chief 3 times, and one of those was only because I wasn't sure what it actually meant. These 2 were on purpose. The first one, I didn't understand why I was calling him. I think I needed the help, but yeah. And I think the third one, I didn't get any help from the chief. It just rang and then it ended. Wow. Case background info. Oh, it's just this. Was a PhD student. Oh, I didn't realize that part. I thought she dropped out of college. High levels of alcohol in her blood at the time of death, along with traces of morphine. The alcohol is consistent with her medical records, which reveal a history of depression and alcoholism. However, the origin of the morphine remains a mystery. Chief got killed? Maybe. Maybe that's why he stopped answering the phone. I love they have, like, other... So the dad is in the same outfit from the thing, but he's in a different outfit, which is funny. She's in, like, a different outfit. Oh, yeah, they're in, like, much more casual outfits. Like, these look like they were taken from other things that they've acted in. The chief was played by the actor that played Ryan. Really? I believe it. This was a shoestring budget. They did their absolute darndest to turn absolutely, like, an afternoon of filming into a full-length investigation. Apparently, we missed 4% somewhere. Apparently, I missed 4% of the investigation. There was one thing I missed in all of that. Maybe you stopped answering because your phone at midnight? No, the last time I called him was at, I think, 10. I think the last time I called him was in the 10 p.m. range, I think. Yeah, really, really small cast. Yeah. This was a shoestring budget. This was like probably 15 people. Actually, maybe 20. Probably 20 people with one really good camera, and like 2 good microphones over the course of probably about 3 weeks filming everything they needed to film, if I had to guess. And they did a lot of the work in the editing. As I noted with the blue screen, the day for night shots and stuff. I think the overall actual, like, puzzle elements were fine for the most part. There was a little too many contradictions that you couldn't call out as contradictions. And I think that ending I got very lucky that I noticed the tape was on the window. Otherwise, that's a very big leap to make. Because there's no other real direct evidence other than I noticed that tape right away to implicate Rebecca otherwise, right? Still out of office hours. That's fair. That's fair. I think if they were to make another one of these, which it seems like they're trying to do with the fact that, like, all the evil stuff still going on with the Rand group and all that stuff, they need to come up with a better explanation of why you can't call for backup, since a phone was one of the key elements to this. Another thing they needed to probably figure out is they need to figure out why they don't just immediately kill Jenks, since he doesn't seem physically that capable at all. And I guess they're going to have to figure out how they're going to write around the fact that he saw a lot of stuff going on that he needs to report, since he is a cop in the middle of an investigation. I guess they could write that a lot of that was stuff he got illegally, and maybe that's why they can't, like, prosecute off of it. But it still seems like this whole area would now become incredibly suspicious and very watched by, like, the federal government of the UK. I don't know what the equivalent of the UK FBI is, but I feel like they would be watching this town very hard. Very hard at this point. Yeah, I'm curious what the last thing was I missed. What that last 4% I didn't investigate was. MI5 or MI6? Oh, okay, is that the equivalent for the FBI over there then? All right. All the lurkers, thank you. You have the Twitch program around. We always appreciate you. Anybody who checks the VODs here on Twitch or checks the VODs on the YouTube VOD story is also greatly appreciated. If you need a well-thought-out solution, you need a thinking solution. Raven Hillbrook Inc. Thinking solution. And that's going to be me. That's going to be it for me, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of whatever you're up to. And yeah, I think that was a good one. Yeah. Bye.